Easy English podcast. Let's start, guys.
Okay, real talk. Have you ever done something and immediately thought, why did I do that?
Oh no, what did you do?
I'm not proud of this, but I paid $50 for a secret IELTS script online from a stranger at 11 o'clock at night.
$50?
$50 whole dollars.
Liam.
I know.
Oh, honestly, I don't think you're the only one. And I don't think that's a shameful story. I think that's a very human story.
That's why we're talking about it today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Practice Easy English, the podcast where we talk about real life, real feelings, and real English. Not textbook English, not classroom English, just the kind of English that feels warm and honest, like a conversation with a good friend.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Maya.
And today we're talking about IELTS, pressure, shortcuts, and yes, my very expensive $50 mistake.
Which, by the way, so many people make in different ways. Maybe not IELTS specifically. Maybe a Learn English in 7 Days course. Maybe some miracle productivity app. We've all been there.
Exactly. So if you're preparing for IELTS right now, or if you've ever felt desperate before a big test, this episode is for you.
Before we get into the story, let's explain IELTS quickly for anyone who's new here.
Yeah. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. Basically, it's one of the biggest English exams in the world.
And for many people, it's not just an exam. It's connected to university dreams, visas, jobs, immigration, sometimes even an entirely new life.
Exactly. It feels like a door. And behind that door is your future.
And standing in front of that door can create a lot of pressure.
Enough pressure to make someone buy a secret script online at 11 p.m.
Yes, exactly that. Okay, Liam, tell us everything.
All right. So this happened about 3 weeks before my IELTS speaking test. I had already studied a lot. Mock tests, videos, practice questions, everything.
You thought you were ready.
I thought I was ready. But then Sunday night anxiety hit me.
Sunday night anxiety is real. It feels like the whole week is already sitting on your shoulders.
Exactly. My mind felt like a crowded room. Too many thoughts, too much pressure. So I started scrolling through Instagram and TikTok, looking for reassurance.
And then you found the script.
I found this account with fancy graphics, thousands of followers, and a huge promise. Band 8 IELTS speaking answers. Secret scripts. Guaranteed improvement.
That sounds dangerously convincing at 11 p.m.
It really did. And when you're scared, fear creates fog in your brain. Anything that promises certainty suddenly feels magical.
That's such an important point. Fear changes how we think.
So I paid the money, downloaded the PDF, opened it immediately.
And?
It was incredibly generic.
Oh no.
Like, I love my hometown because it is beautiful and has good memories. That was basically the secret.
And IELTS examiners can immediately hear memorized answers.
Exactly. They don't just listen to grammar. They listen for spontaneity, personality, natural communication.
So the real issue wasn't the script.
No, the real issue was that I stopped trusting myself.
I think so many English learners understand that feeling.
Yeah, you study for months, sometimes years, and still feel like you're not good enough.
And ironically, that feeling often appears when you're actually improving.
Wait, really?
Yes, because beginners don't yet see how huge the language is, but intermediate learners suddenly notice everything they don't know.
So the better you get, the more unsure you can feel?
Exactly.
That's strangely comforting.
You're not failing. You're just in the messy middle of learning.
The messy middle. That sounds like a movie title.
Or a very emotional t-shirt.
You used a really beautiful phrase earlier. My mind felt like a crowded room. That's vivid language.
Right. Instead of saying, I was anxious, you create an image.
Exactly. IELTS examiners love that kind of speaking.
Let's give listeners some useful phrases.
Instead of, I was nervous, you could say, my heart was racing. My hands were shaking. I had butterflies in my stomach.
Classic phrase. Butterflies in my stomach means nervous excitement.
Another useful one, my mind went blank.
Every IELTS student has experienced that at least once.
And if it happens during the test, you can say, that's a good question. Let me think about that for a moment.
That phrase is amazing because it buys you time naturally.
Exactly. You sound calm, not panicked.
The pasta disaster. Okay, here's the funniest part of the story.
I'm ready.
I memorized an answer about cooking pasta.
But you don't cook.
At all. My relationship with the kitchen is extremely distant. Then the examiner asked, tell me about a time you learned something new. Perfect. My pasta answer.
Oh no.
So I confidently talked about learning to cook spaghetti.
You committed to the lie.
Completely. Then she asked, how do you make it?
And suddenly I was inventing a cooking process live in the exam room.
This is painful and hilarious at the same time.
Honestly, respect to that examiner for staying polite. What actually works?
Okay, serious question now. If secret scripts don't work, what does work?
Real practice.
Exactly. Practice that feels alive, not robotic memorization.
For example, talk to yourself in English.
Yes, narrate your day. I'm making coffee. It's cold outside. I should probably sleep earlier. Simple thoughts, real English.
I actually do this while walking outside.
Do people stare at you?
Constantly.
The price of fluency.
A small price to pay.
Another huge tip, consume English you genuinely enjoy.
Podcasts, movies, YouTube, music.
When you enjoy the content, your brain absorbs language naturally.
Not memorization? Absorption. Okay, Maya, your turn. Tell us about a moment you panicked during your English journey.
All right. Years ago, I had an important job interview, entirely in English.
Terrifying.
I prepared every answer perfectly, word for word.
Uh-oh.
And then the interviewer asked something unexpected. What's your biggest weakness?
The classic trap question.
My brain froze completely. Every prepared sentence disappeared.
What did you do?
I just answered honestly. I said, sometimes I try so hard to be perfect that I forget to simply communicate.
That's actually a fantastic answer.
And the interviewer smiled and said, that's very self-aware.
And you got the job?
I did.
Because you stopped performing and started connecting.
Exactly.
Okay, quick practical tips for listeners.
Tip 1.
Don't give tiny answers. Instead of, yes, I like cooking, say, actually, I enjoy cooking when I'm relaxed, especially on weekends. I find it calming.
Tip 2.
Use natural uncertainty phrases. To be honest, I suppose. It depends, really.
Native speakers hedge constantly.
Tip 3. Tell mini stories. Stories make answers memorable and human.
That's the real IELTS secret.
Not scripts.
Connection. You know, I started this episode feeling embarrassed about my $50 mistake.
And now?
Now, I'm grateful for it because it taught me that shortcuts can't give you real confidence.
Real confidence grows slowly.
Like sunrise.
Exactly. You don't suddenly notice the light. It quietly grows brighter until one day you realize you can finally see clearly. To everyone listening right now, studying late, feeling anxious, trying again after mistakes, we see you. Learning a language is brave, truly brave.
And you do not need a secret script.
You just need patience, practice, and trust in yourself.
And on the difficult days,
We'll be here.
always.
This is Maya.
And this is Liam.